Today, Philippines deploys aircraft to against China ships in South China Sea. The Philippines on Sunday said it has started deploying its air force to carry out daily patrols over a flotilla of Chinese vessels that has sparked fresh tensions in the South China Sea. The latest dispute, Manila said, was triggered by what it described as a swarm of more than 200 Chinese fishing vessels that have refused to withdraw from waters off the Whitsun Reef, near the disputed Spratly Islands, in an area located within Manila's exclusive economic zone. China, which claims almost the entire South China Sea, has said the ships were sheltering there because of weather conditions, a claim that Manila, which has lodged a protest with China over what it called an incursion, has rejected. Philippines Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana said the Air Force has now begun daily patrols over the fishing vessels, Agence France Presse reported from Manila on Sunday. The Navy and Coast Guard have also been deployed in the vicinity of the Chinese ships, sparking a standoff near the reef. Mr. Lorenzana say the Philippines ready to defend our national sovereignty and protect the marine resources of the Philippines. The standoff follows a similar incident in 2019, triggered by Chinese fishing vessels near another disputed island in the Spratlys. As it did then, Manila has called on Beijing to acknowledge the 2016 arbitration case which recognized many of its claims. President Rodrigo Duterte mentioned the ruling in a meeting with the Chinese envoy in Manila this week, his spokesperson said. Beijing has rejected the arbitration, emphasizing its sovereignty over the South China Sea. Meanwhile, the Philippine military is sending light fighter aircraft to fly over hundreds of Chinese vessels in disputed waters in the South China Sea, its defense minister said, as he repeated his demand the flotilla be withdrawn immediately. International concern is growing over what the Philippines has described as a swarming and threatening presence of more than 200 Chinese vessels that Manila believes were manned by maritime militia. The boats were moored at the Whitsun Reef within Manila's 200-mile exclusive economic zone. The Philippine military aircraft were sent daily to monitor the situation, Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana said in a statement late on Saturday. Lorenzana said the military will also beef up its naval presence in the South China Sea to conduct sovereignty patrols and protect Filipino fishermen. The Philippine air and sea assets are ready to protect sovereignty and sovereign rights. The Chinese embassy in Manila did not immediately respond to a request for comment. It has said the vessels at Whitsun Reef were fishing boats taking refuge from rough seas and that there were no militia aboard. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte reaffirmed to China's ambassador, Huang Zilian, the Philippines had won a landmark arbitration case in 2016, which made clear its sovereign entitlements amid rival claims by China, his spokesman said last week. Brunei, Malaysia, the Philippines, Taiwan, China and Vietnam have competing territorial claims in the South China Sea, through which at least $3.4 trillion of annual trade passes.